You're watching me, Nikki, you, also known as Faces Trader, here at Awesome 10X channel in Manila, Philippines. So our title today, June 9, 2020, is Toxic Assets Through the Roof. Remember the saying wherein you've got nothing left to lose and everything in the world to gain? Well, that's the story of a bankrupt stock that went close to zero to hundreds and thousands of a percent in a few days. It started with Hertz, then Chesapeake, Lock In. So a lot of millennials are sharing these songs. Don't Stop Me Now. I'm having such a good time. Oh, I'm burning through the sky. Yeah, 200 degrees. That's what they call me, Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I want to make a supersonic man out of you. Of course, that is a Queen song, but it's an appropriate song for all the day traders who cannot help it, putting their lottery positions on the bankrupt names, their $1,000 going $10,000, or if they put $10,000, it goes $125,000. So what's the story? Why is it that bankrupt companies, why are they going sevenfold in 3 days or tenfold in 3 days? I mean, what's the logic there? The point is, the logic is that you have to know that Filipinos worldwide, Americans, all the human beings worldwide collectively are predictably irrational. So don't you know that the world is always all throughout the world, people go through cycles of madness, delusions. You could see that with the tulip bubble. We could say the same thing when cannabis went skyrocketing before. Same thing when Bitcoin went $20,000. Same thing when Tesla goes up $2,000. So sorry, it hasn't gone $2,000, just $1,000, $900. Now, what we're saying is that there will always be people who will always be delusional. That is a part of life. So if everyone right now is on the gravy train hunting for the most toxic wasteland stocks happening in planet Earth, here are some of our ideas. First idea, Macy's department store avoids bankruptcy. Macy's announced the closing on approximately $4.5 billion of new financing, including its previously announced $1.3 billion of 8.375% senior secured notes, as well as a new $3.15 billion asset-based credit agreement. In addition, the company has amended and substantially reduced the credit commitments of its existing $1.5 billion unsecured credit hand to repay the outstanding borrowings under the existing $1.5 billion unsecured credit agreement. Macy's right now, from a chartist perspective, after a 90% down, is ripe for a move from about 5 to about 15 or even 16. So far, let's look at chart of Macy's. Macy's closed at $9.55. We'd say that this is still considered a tradable buy. So 9 to 10 to 11, you buy. And then the risk is that essentially the risk was eliminated just by the fact that they got $4.5 billion financing. So that means that they can carry through the tide even without sales, even during COVID time, even during without sales. So right now, this is how the market is thinking. The market is in a lottery mode in their thinking. Like they're really thinking that it has gone 99% down. How low can it go? Is this thinking not right? Well, I'm going to show you the same thinking that the market thought during year 2008, 2008 financial crisis. Yes, the market will always want to buy names that went 99% down, thinking that they're getting a bargain. So especially when it's not going to go to zero. So Macy's secures funding, $4.5 billion, trades 93% down. So people want to make a move wherein they buy at 9 or 10, then they sell here at about 15 or even at 12, 13. So trading wise, there will be a lot of day traders that I think would be vociferously getting in here on any dips of Macy's. Another story for you to know. Okay, so you might wonder, Nikki, is that even rational? So let's take a look at some some names that happened during the 2008 crisis? Do we have examples to show you about how crazy the world is? Yes, insanity has always happened, not just in 2020, not just in 2008, but all the time. Let's take a look on your history. Yeah, people are crazy. That's true. You have to predict that people are crazy. It's actually irrational for you not to think that people are crazy. So remember this. Do you remember the time when Obama and Tim Geithner, who was the Fed treasurer that time, they created toxic assets? Remember the Freddie Mae, Fannie Mac, all these bailouts? Who bailed them out? Taxpayers. So what's the perfect toxic asset right now? All these bankrupt companies, all the airlines are toxic assets. So are you wondering why the airlines are rising? Because they're toxic assets. That's what happens with toxic assets. Toxic assets gets bailed out all the time. So if you think about it, what happened? The biggest payoffs come where no one wants to bet or the unlikeliest outcome. Citigroup goes from $560 to $10. 2008 crisis. What happened? Well, Citigroup went from about $10 to $66 within a few days. So, is this irrational craziness predictable? Yes, it has been happening all the time. We could share to you how people would buy hype names. So Citigroup goes from 32 to 64. Remember the hype when Turtle Beach went from 4 to about 35 on Fortnite. Tilray going from about Tilray going from about 25 to $300. So right now we're also seeing that last night your weed names, your marijuana names are setting up for a bargain hunting 100% move. So for those who are not aware, okay, let's talk about some cannabis names. Cannabis names started, okay, you might have heard about the world's largest cannabis company. It is named as Canopy Growth CGC. Year 2015, $1 goes to $14. What's the reason why? Legalization of cannabis. Legalization in many states. Next few days after it dropped from about 14 to 7 or 5, it goes all the way up to about 52. So $1 to 52, 50 times your money in just 5 years. After hitting 52, it drops to 13. We know Constellation Brands, the owner of Corona Beer, owns a majority stake now of Canopy Growth, and they want to infuse Canopy. They want to infuse cannabis on your beers, alcoholic beverages. So far, we're seeing that some people are bargain hunting here at about 16, 15, any levels here for a stake sell at about 24 or 28. It's really about risk reward. What happened to Aurora Cannabis, ACB, Canada's second largest recreation and marijuana and medical marijuana company, from about $5 times 7 to $35 in about 3 months. Same thing, slept a while, 1 year, and then moves up 200%, 30 to 80. Yeah, so is irrational behavior normal? Yes, it's very, very normal. 150 goes down to 60, 60 goes down to about 60 goes to 120, and 120 goes to an epic 90% drop here at about $12. It actually went low to about $6. So at $14, people were buying this name. Last night, cannabis names went up pretty well. Weed names went up well. Sorry for the noise. I have a lot of noise in my background. Okay, let's talk about some news. Sympathy love names. Funko breaks new ground with Marvel. May 20, 2020, Funko and Marvel have teamed up for a new micro collectible tabletop gaming system called Marvel Battle World, Mystery of the Thanos Stones. Now, we are thrilled that Marvel has chosen to expand the Funko collaboration to engage their younger fans with a new category of products and animation collaboration. Take note that Funko sells toys with partnerships with Disney. So it has like thousands of licenses. They can sell Netflix, Stranger Things, Simpsons, LeBron, Funko Pop, and so forth. So we are seeing that Funko bottomed out. This is a strong reversal move. We've been buying at 4.50, $5. We think it can go to about $10. So that's a 100% move. Any drop to about 7 or 6 should be bought out. This is still a momentum move to the upside. Sympathy love is a really, really strong love. Remember that. Okay, the other news. Nordstrom. So we're talking about some department stores. Morgan Stanley reiterated to buy Nordstrom as they believe that the worst is over. As I said, when you're down to zero, you cannot go any negative anymore. You have all the money to go up to about 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these stocks are not going to zombie dead anytime soon, not going to go zero. And that sounds like a recipe for another 100% move for the Robinhood trading era. Nordstrom will survive. Therefore, the major concept is about when you really have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. So nobody was expecting any retailer to report good results anyway. So Nordstrom didn't need to surprise in that regard. The chain has sufficient liquidity to finance a comeback. It has $1.4 billion in cash. Therefore, it can emerge from the pandemic leaner with closing underperforming stores and facing less competition, such as Lord Taylor, who wants to liquidate their stores upon reopening. So take a look at JWN. JWN has a buy here at 20, 22, 23. Reward potential 25, 32. JWN, ticker symbol for Nordstrom. These names are brick and mortar bad companies that are really getting some love in this liquidity Fed-induced era. And a lot of lottery thinkers in the market. Take a look. Nordstrom, all shares. So from 80, so this is not like a 90% down name. Not yet, not yet. Take note that Nordstrom has e-commerce sales going for it. So this is not going to go bankrupt anytime soon. So you might want to make a bargain hunting buy on these junk names. Okay, so also, you can understand that Robinhood traders are pushing bankrupt companies like Hertz 100% daily. So just so you know, let's take a look in that Hertz. Because there is that risk appetite going on for really toxic names, you could hence make a logical conclusion that these are gamblers. These people are gambling. So if they are gamblers, that means that your gambling stocks will definitely have a bright future. So how do you play gambling names? We said GAN. GAN Limited is a software company. It's a software as a service company. Went listed $8.50, went as high as 26. We think that the secular trend for GAN Limited is very, very strong. GAN Limited handles your sports betting. It handles FanDuel. So just like how DraftKings went shot up 400%, it's not impossible for GAN Limited to go $40. With risk reward on your favor, enter somewhere here at 19, $20. And then make a secular bet that this one goes all-time highs. What other sports bets are there? Flutter. Flutter is trading in London Stock Exchange. Sorry, FLTR, ticker Flutter Entertainment. Flutter Entertainment is the owner of Poker Stars. It's also the owner of FanDuel, also owns Paddy Power. So it's actually the world's largest online betting, sports betting place, also esports. So definitely we have gone, we as a population have emerged from going online, from going brick and mortar shopping to online shopping. And the trend is from brick and mortar gambling to online gambling. And not just online gambling of your traditional games, but also sports and esports. We're talking about sports betting. You can bet on your NBA drafts. You can bet on Cleveland Cavaliers. You can bet on LeBron James. You can bet on anything, practically the English Premier League and so forth. So you can even bet on your League of Legends best champions. Let's say you want to bet on Buga for like Fortnite, or you want to bet for like Ninja. You can do all those things right now in this world. So who are those companies that are betting on those secular trends? You've got Flutter. You've got Scientific Games for your online lottery. Let's just show to you everything. So we're seeing that there are massive trends that we could make money from. Scientific Games, any dips here at $16, we'd like to enter. So this is a move from 4 to 20. It could go to 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, next news. Let's talk about this news. I like this news. Roku and Kroger. It's time to talk about good companies. Roku ties up TV ads to grocery shopping. Two giants team up to make streaming TV ads more targeted. So last night we actually published more buying on Roku. This bodes well to their top line over-the-top advertising. Shares of both over-the-top streaming media company Roku and supermarket chain Kroger rose Monday after they announced plans to join forces, pool their expertise, build new targeting and attribution tools to make TV advertising more effective. Roku makes some of the most popular devices for streaming shows and movies over the internet. You can watch 20,000 movie channels if you want for free or not. I mean, you can also pay for your like subscription on Netflix, Disney Plus, and so forth. Roku aggregates all of those favorite shows for you worldwide. And how do they make money? They make money from advertising. So Kroger pays them for that targeted TV shopping, and they pay for that billions of eyes that are watching those shows. So it's good for Kroger. They can sell more because Kroger is, of course, partnered with Ocado, another pick we like, secular term. Kroger and Ocado are very, very good right now. All the Walmart, all the supermarkets have gone e-commerce. So it's not just Amazon that you could order your shopping for your supermarkets. They do curbside pickup. They do e-commerce, shipping, delivery. All of them is really good. So that gives you a great buy on Roku. If you don't have Roku, you still have a good setup. At 112 last night, it could continue going higher. Secular trend wave is with you. You've got the connected TV revolution. You've got the full, yeah, you have, I think, more than 40% market share in America. So like Roku is higher than your Amazon Fire Sticks, higher than your Facebook. So Roku is really the leader when it comes to streaming TV shows for the free ones. So like when you're watching your Hulu or your Sling TV, Roku is there with you. So this is a secular trend. Of course, it went from 18 to $180, 10x move in 3 years, and it's gonna go 10x more. So like from 18, it could go like 180. So yeah, it can go back to these all-time highs. So you wanna enter good names like these. This is a trading buy, also an investment buy. Good companies you wanna hold for your long-term levels. So after this 66% drop, had a nice correction, and good pullback entry, go ahead and buy Roku. What else? Last news, plant meat craze. So Beyond Meat shot up 20%. Beyond Meat entered into a strategic partnership with Sinodis, China's leading imported food distributor. Sinodis will distribute Beyond Meat products via its network of more than 4,500 wholesalers, restaurants, and hotels. Our goal is to promote the availability of plant protein products on a global scale, provide consumers with more choices, allow them to enjoy the nutritional value and environmental benefits of edible plant protein. So Beyond Meat right now is trading at about $6 billion. It actually broke above 136 last night. Probably a lot of short covering on that news. It's triggering a lot of FOMO traders as well. So you could see that it broke above that 134, 135 mark, and super strong move. So that is a clear breakout as day. If you like the plant meat trend, we have to highlight that there are other companies that are going pure play. You might want to check out FMCI. This is more like a backdoor play. They are Forum Merger is working on a company that's going to be focused on plant meat. So there is already rallies, and so some people who are reading the news very carefully are aware that the plant meat play is going to compete with Beyond Meat. So this is a company you want to check out, FMCI. Of course, you should be aware that Tyson Foods also has a plant meat play. We were buying somewhere here at about breakout of 64, but I think 69 can go all the way to 84. You still got that bullishness on Tyson Foods. Tyson Foods owns raised and rooted chicken, beef, meat, poultry processing, all for the USA. We're talking about Kellogg's. We also like Kellogg's. Kellogg's also has plant meat play. So Kellogg's can go back to the previous highs. So Kellogg's is a multifaceted company. It has plant meat. Their plant meat is incognito, owns RX bars, Pringles, and so forth. good company to check out with 3% yields. Conagra Foods, also a winner in the plant meat space. Conagra Brands, it's a strong move. Yeah, sorry, the arrows here are 27 because we were pitching buying at 27. Yeah, so you might be a little bit late entering this name here. But it's good for you to know that these are plant meat-based products too. Conagra is beneficiary for all the millennials who don't want to cook because there's instant prepared meals. So they also have, so Gardein, Gardin, is the brand of Conagra for plant-based. Nestle, of course, also has their plant meat brand, which is Awesome Burger, NSRGY, Nestle. So definitely in the plant meat craze, it's a tough competition. It's a battleground for Beyond Meat, Impossible Foods, Nestle, and so forth. So see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you.